This is the TCOSE tutorial for the TCOSE-13 part on modeling the CAD work. This part is the only part in this class that uses three-dimensional commands. So we're going to be learning how to use the sweep. There's multiple ways to approach this part, but the way we're going to approach it is using the sweep command. Alright, so we need two separate sketches, and the way the sweep command works, it's a path and then a shape dragged along that path. Alright, so we're going to start out with our shape. So we're going to draw on one of the planes. We'll pick the side plane. We're going to draw the outer diameter of the tube, and then another circle that defines the inner diameter of the tube. So the inside diameter of our tube is 2.5 millimeters. The outside diameter of our tube is 3 millimeters. So it gives us a quarter millimeter wall thickness. Okay, we're going to hit finish sketch, and that should be a fully defined sketch. Okay. Now our second sketch is going to be the path that we're going to drive that circle, the double circle along to make our tube. So we're going to go to the sketch menu and we are going to sketch in the top plane. Now we're looking on end at our circles, and we're going to start with the short end of our path. So we're going to draw a line, and that's going to be horizontal. Then we're going to come back and we're going to draw a radius by stretching the line. So you go back and pick on the existing line and stretch it, and it switches to an arc. And then we're going to go straight up. Okay, so this represents the center line of our part. And you notice this line and this arc didn't end up being tangent. So I'm going to go back and create a tangency between those. Okay, now we're ready to dimension. So our drawing says from the bottom point of our tube to this end point here is 31.15. We're going to dimension it from the center line, so we need to subtract half the diameter of the tube from that number. So it's actually going to be 30. Alright. Now our dimension from end of tube to the center line of the vertical tube in our drawing, it's 9.5 to the outside. So again, we need to subtract 1.5 from that value, which gives us 8 millimeters. Now our fillet here, our radius, they give us an inside radius of the outside of the tube of being 3.5. We're offsetting to the center line of the tube, so in this case we need to add 1.5 to our value. So we're going to put a dimension on it, and 3.15 plus 1.5 should be 5 millimeters. Alright, get substantially bigger. And we'll select Finish Sketch. Now if we go to a 3D view, you see we have a path and we have a separate sketch that is what we're going to drive along the path. We're going to go up to Create, and we're going to go to the pull down menu, and we're going to use a sweep command. Select Sweep, and first it asks you for the profile. So our profile is sketch number 1, and it's going to be basically the zone that looks like a donut. Then it's going to ask us our path. Our path is the entire other sketch. So you're going to select the path, and voila, you get a tube. Let's select OK, and there you go. You've done a 3D move. Now there's an alternative way to approach this. You could have made it solid and use another command called shell, and it would give you the wall thickness. And that works well if you're doing a very complex bends and you're doing a lot of them, and you want to say make a weldment and have all consistent wall thicknesses. Okay, there you go. That concludes the TCOSE-13 CAD tutorial.